Hello. This is your boy Iron Boxing coming through Friday Night Live. We're going to talk about a whole lot of things. Today is Marcos Chino Maidana's 43rd birthday, so we're going to do a highlights tribute on him. We're going to cover some boxing news and some pretty bad ones, actually. I think this is Stephen Coolboy Fulton's birthday as well. I don't know why it didn't show up when I was looking it up, but I saw it on X now. So we're going to do a tribute on him as well. Um, First and foremost, God bless every single one of you. I hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, whatever the case may be. Um, Let me notify everyone that I am live here up in the Discord. First, let me lead things up properly with the Lord's Prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Our Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. Absolutely. Put up a survey there of fantasy heavyweight matchups yesterday versus today. Which one do you prefer? Usyk versus Ali, Fury versus Lennox Lewis, AJ versus Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder versus Big George Foreman. Yes. Um, let's see. Oh, shoot. Okay, there we go. Let me just notify everyone, and then we'll get to the good stuff, huh? Okay, right here, and right here. Uh-huh. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's put some music in my Dano. How you doing, brother? God bless you, my guy. Yes, I like that one too, man. I like Wilder versus Big George. Big George is my favorite heavyweight of all time. Larry Holmes being a close second. Um, yeah. For me, bro, it's between that one and Tyson Fury versus Lennox Lewis. To be honest, I mean, Usyk versus Ali is very interesting, but I don't. I think Mike Tyson gonna decapitate AJ. Wilder versus Foreman is two Mack trucks going at each other, and yeah, that's interesting. It's gonna be nice to see Foreman destroy Wilder. um, Let me put some music here. And let's start things off with the bad news, right? Let's start off with the bad news. Of Where is it? Aha. Jamal Charlo was denied visa, and he's no longer on the Team Sue versus Errol Spence undercard. Okay. So we keep having to hear Frontline. How you doing, my guy? ¿Cómo está, papá? ¿Está oyendo los coquí? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me a second. My internet. I don't know what the heck is this. Aha. Come on, bro. There it is. See? This is by the Ring Magazine. Jamal Charlo has revealed he's out of his return against Cohen Masoudier next week due to visa issues entering Australia. He was scheduled to be the co-main event, I believe, of Errol Spence versus TCU. Okay, so there's the bad news of the day. I was looking forward to seeing him in his return. I don't know. Maybe we can put him in the Roach Cepeda, Maybe we can put him in there. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see. 5 years ago, Jamal Charlo Brian Castaño ended in a split draw. Charlo retaining his WBC, WBA, IBF, ring and lineal super welterweight titles, and Castaño retaining his WBO super welterweight title. Let's watch some of this, and then I'll get to Marcos Maidana.
When it comes to the way he likes to end the fistic proceedings, Abner.
Yeah, and
here comes Castaño.
That's what I was just about to say. Castaño has some.
Oh, but Charlo countered him and clipped him in between these shots. And Charlo now unloading on Castaño.
Of the good fighters, but Charlo's a different animal.
Yes. Charlo went to that jab to the body. We saw what happened in the 8th against Rosario. Now Castaño closing the distance. Charlo with the
Charlo shows some balls in that fight, bro. Seriously.
Maybe that as well, the pressure for Charlo.
I think he was mad at himself. You see him shaking his head there? I think he was mad at himself, probably. You know, when the round ended. See? Yeah.
Maybe that as well, the pressure for Charlo.
Oh, that left hook upstairs lands for Castaño. Right hand clips the jaw. Now Charlo sitting down and marching forward. Late left hook, right hand by Castaño. Charlo firing back. Left uppercut. There comes Castaño. We remember the Alamo.
Oh, what a body shot. I don't think that was low, but...
Remember Saturday, July 17, 2021 in San Antonio. Undisputed championship at 154.
What a fight, bro. My God. Huh. El Carnal, Oscar Perez. What? Really? Frontline? I didn't know that. Cordell Booker is the replacement. So Cordell Booker will be fighting Cohen that guy. Okay, I appreciate that, Frontline. Didn't hear about that. Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. El Carnal. Espero que todo esté bien contigo, mi hermano. En el trabajo y todo lo demás. Me avisa si quiere que ponga el link, papá. Oíste. He says, let's be honest, Conor vs. Holloway is way more disappointing. Oh yeah, Charlo is a visa thing. Conor is. Why did Conor McGregor decide to do that spinning, whatever the hell that thing's called? Like I don't know why he decided to do that. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know. Great fight, right, Dano? Right, Dano? Great fight, bro. Man, I recommend you watch it if you haven't. The second one, Charlo cleaned him up, but he. Oh, for sure. How you doing, James Alva, Havers, Chisora? For sure, that was a hell of a fight too, and what a you know, people think that was David Hayes' most heated rivalry. James, welcome by the way, but I disagree. It's Tony Bellew. What do you think? Welcome, and make sure you subscribe and everything. I want to put the link in a second. Oscar says, I always believed Jermall Charlo could reach or even have a bigger legacy than Canelo and his brother Mel. Sadly, mental issues held him back. Mental, the disease we don't see. I sympathize with him. Yeah, bro, I sympathize with him also. I got my own mental health issues myself, bro. So absolutely, bro. Like that's a real thing, bro. That's a real thing, man. And we're pulling. I mean, he like I said, hopefully we get him in the Roach Cepeda maybe, or in the what is it? I don't know. Maybe the AJ. I don't know. Maybe that's too soon. I don't know. But we need to get him somewhere, bro, because we need to get him excited, get him doing, you know, what he does and all that, you know. So let's show some Marcos Maidana, and then I'll show some Havers Chisora, buddy. Okay. Marcos El Chino Maidana, heart likes from Santa Fe, Margarita, Santa Fe, Argentina, finest. Some Cypress Hill for you as well. What could go wrong, right? Hold on. Let me put the banner up here. Really? Ah, that sucks, James. He which one was the one that he got injured? He got injured in the I can't remember which one of the two was, but he got injured. I think he got dislocated his shoulder or something. One of them. But I think David Haye was a better fighter overall than Tony Bellew. But you know that the best fighter doesn't always win. The first one, okay, I appreciate that, James, for sure. The best fighter doesn't always win. You know, it's a styles thing. You know, that's why boxing is so awesome. You know, educational purposes only. You know, I'm not monetized. I'm just doing a show here. And I'm gonna finish watching Livingston Bramble versus Ray Bramble Mancini, which is our classic fight. Okay, here we go.
Currently ranked the WBA number 6 welterweight contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the hard-hitting former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, introducing Marcos and Chino Maidana.
For everything I say about Robert Garcia, the job that he did with this man, gotta tip your hat off to him. For real. Whatever you feel about RG right here, he really, you know, can't knock you for that one, bro. Good stuff. Cypress Hill, homeboy. We're coming up to the fights now. Be patient. There's Brandon Rios over there.
¿Qué muchachos? Ya les di las instrucciones ahí abajo.
Who remembers that fight? Come on, guys.
Huesito aquí para arriba. Los trunks están un poquito altos para los dos, así que
That's Raúl Caiz, right? I like that guy. One of my favorite referees.
dense la mano y buena suerte los dos, ¿eh?
He's got caught leaning, then he landed a right and a left combination. Counter right, then Ortiz drops Maidana.
Don't blink.
His legs are very shaky, Bob. He seems to be the worst.
Right in the body by Ortiz. Ortiz trying to load up the power shot. Maidana counter right hand.
That came after Ortiz with bad feet against the ropes.
This is before he got with Robert. You can see the technical flaws that he exhibits, you know. He got the heart, he got the power, but not much else at this point.
Here comes Ortiz trying to finish it here in round 2. He's got power with both hands. 10 seconds to go. Steps to the left. Hooks to the body. Maidana trying to fight back. He goes down again. Cannot be safe on the middle of any round. Something's getting him down. Maidana chasing Ortiz. Got an uppercut inside.
Ortiz couldn't fight. He actually was moving on the box.
They exchange big shots and then hold on. Now they're trying to fight out of it. Ortiz is cut on the right eyebrow.
Damn.
These are two-spear shots these two are throwing.
Esos son dos latinos peleando, papá.
Good shot by Maidana. Right up the middle.
Ooh. How did he not went down after that one? Okay, let me see what's up with the chat for a second. Bodywork, how you doing, my brother? Great to see you, my guy. Slide Counter, what's up, buddy? Salute to you as well, bro. God bless. No, I'm in the island, bro. I'm in Puerto Rico. Yo vivo en Cagua. Yes, sir. We're saying hi to each other. Slide Counter, God bless you, bro. For sure. Great to have you. Body says Irony was cooking earlier today, so I appreciate it. Slide says, I always wanted to see Maidana versus... Uy, Dios mío, Ricardo Torres. Listen, Slide. Ricardo Torres almost gave me a heart attack versus Miguel Cotto, man. Oh, my God. You're talking... Yeah. You're talking about that guy, right? The was he Colombian or Venezuelan? I don't remember. I think it was Venezuelan. Jesus Christ, what a tough dude, man. He had that fight against Kendall Holt, I think. He dropped him like 2 or 3 times, and then Kendall Holt just slept him. But my goodness, was he a dangerous dude, bro. Frontline says Mayweather did Ortiz dirty. Not really Frontline, because Victor Ortiz headbutted him. You know, he brought that on himself. I'm not saying that what Floyd did was, you know, good, but nah, bro, you initiated that, man. Like, I don't, you know, not going. I'm not the biggest Floyd guy, but nah, you know, I give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, I give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, because you don't get to headbutt somebody and then play. Oh, sorry, nah, bro. They don't say protect yourselves at all time for nothing. Frontline, you know, they don't say that for nothing. How about you? Are you in the island or in the States? James says, wow, yeah. You seen that one, James? Bro. Bodywork says, this was a knockdown drag out for sure, bro. Firefight. Hey. What's up with my dog? What's up, buddy? Body says, I watch me. Ooh. You know, Bodywork, I tell people that Floyd's best performance is either Corrales, Canelo, or Marquez. You know? I mean, I guess you can say Gotti, right? There's a few others that can be in there, but to me, it's between Corrales, Canelo, and Marquez. It's probably Corrales, bro. Like, my goodness. I'm a little jealous, Bodywork. You watch Mayweather versus Corrales. I'm a little jealous. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I'm kidding. Slide says Colombian. Yes, okay, yeah. Edinson Miranda. Valero was Venezuelan. Edinson Miranda. I don't know off the top of my head too many Colombian fighters. Was Rodrigo Valdez was Colombian, and what's his name? Mantequilla Nápoles was I can't remember where he's from. Shit. If anybody know, let me know. Frontline says I'm in the States. Awesome. Corrales or Canelo? Yeah, for sure. I put Marquez in there because Marquez didn't. Oh my God, he didn't touch him, man. Plus he dropped him too. So, but yeah, he can. That can be third. But Corrales and Canelo. My goodness, that was A++. James says, and the one when he broke his hand and had to box southpaw. Who are you referring to? Let's see, James. Who are you referring to? BKB, God bless you. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, and I hope everything is good with you and your beautiful family, for sure. I appreciate you. Body work. Okay, starting front line. Okay. James says, oh, Mayweather, you have to box southpaw. Let me do some memory lane here. I think that was back in the day, wasn't it? Yeah, I heard him talk a little bit about that, but I can't remember what fight it was. Shit. Was it the Drunken Master? No, I don't think so. It wasn't Renato Hernandez either, right? Appreciate you, VKB, for sure. God bless. Dano says, my brother Dan says, Nápoles was Mexican but black and original for... Okay, so he was like Jose Legra, like born in Cuba, but like Jose Legra was born in Cuba, but how do you say, naturalizado, like nationalized, like lived most of his life in Spain, right? And he's the same thing, but in Mexico. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Mantequilla Nápoles fought Monzon. Nice boxer, bro. Only time he took a knee, that was Genaro Hernandez. Oh, okay. So you're talking about the Genaro Hernandez fight, but that wasn't a real knockdown. That was like in my opinion, that was like the Hagler, quote unquote, knockdown versus Martillo Roldan. Come on, bro. Seriously. But anyway, let's go back to Maidana here. I'll put the link in a second.
So it's been ruled a punch, and Maidana comes right out to start round number 6.
Hold on, it was.
And that hits with the right hand. So it's been ruled a punch, and Maidana comes right out to start round number 6.
Ortiz has to find an answer for that right hand Maidana's going for. He's not going to win this fight. He's close, man. Maidana's is in to the right hand, and he won't stop throwing it.
Ortiz is in big trouble, and he goes down.
See? He quit in that fight, fellas. I hate to use the Q word. I hate it. But the ref, Kais over there, asked him if he wanted to continue, and he said no. Now, he is busted up, though, so I guess we can give him somewhat of the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, it looks like Ortiz doesn't.
If I'm going to give Dubois the benefit of the doubt against Joe Joyce because he broke his orbital bone, I don't know if he broke his orbital bone here, but I think Victor Ortiz was... He could have been more, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal was with him, man. Like, I don't know. He had the opportunity of a lifetime against Floyd and decided to headbutt the guy. And everybody's getting on Floyd because he punched him when he was like trying to apologize. How many times are you gonna apologize, bro? Like, protect yourself all the time, dude.
Waving his hands like he didn't want to continue.
And I think the left has what enough to
They're going to stop it because of that cut.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight.
Now this fight, oh my goodness. I'll get to it in a second because I don't want to go through the whole thing. I agree, Buddy. He ruined AB. That was the beginning of the end because then he lost to Mikey and Sean Porter and all the rest of them. But that was thanks to Robert Garcia, man. Like, nothing left to say. Like Robert Garcia, fighting like he fought Victor Ortiz, he would have never, beaten AB, man. So I like AB, but I don't think he took it seriously enough. I think Roger Mayweather said that back in the day. He had issues with Mayweather for that reason. Mayweather didn't play around with his training or anything like that. So I just feel like he was surrounded by the wrong people. Surrounded by yes men, and he's talented for sure, but just didn't put in the work. That's what I think. Because I think his career should have been a little better than it was. I heard he's dropping weight though, so that's a good news for sure. Let's see what else can we show before we get back to Maidana, so I can put up the link so we can talk. I also want to finish up Livings. My brother over there, James, wanted me to show. I was seeing this Bramble Mancini interview. If anybody's interested, here's the link to this interview with Bramble Mancini. Okay, there's the link right there. You can watch it if you're interested. You said David Haye versus Derek Chisora, right? The Haymaker versus Del Boy. Is it Derek or Derek? Well, let me just Chisora. This is the one, right? Let me make sure that I don't get any official chat. 47. There you go, James.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a team match, okay? Good luck and God bless you.
The touch of gloves was perfunctory. It will be very much meaningful now.
This is the one where they had that thing where they fought outside of the ring, and Chisora kept saying, "He glassed me! He glassed me!" Is this the one, right?
The talking over rounds, this first round could be absolutely key. Hayes said that he could knock Chisora out in this very first round. A 20,000 wagered said that it won't happen. Hayes trying to start fast. Oh, good left hand from Chisora. Chisora trying to keep the tight guard in the manner of his hero, Joe Frazier.
I'll play like 2 minutes, then I'll do something else, then I'll come back, just to protect my ASS.
Side distance as well, straight away. There's a lot of height.
Chisora keeping defences tight. Fast hands from Hay, the former champion.
And Hay throwing a lot of shots. He doesn't normally throw this many shots. He's
got more shots in this first round than he did in about 6 against Valouet.
David's not even trying to make Chisora miss. He's just unloading when Derek's coming in.
Has certainly improved enormously in the last year, and that experience against Vitaly Klitschko fight is that he can't afford to let Hay get into a rhythm and stack up rounds early on.
Yeah, it was the Klitschko, and he needs to just keep.
Hell of a fight, and what an atmosphere. Let me go back to the chat, see what's going on. What is this, YH? What is this? Yes. Hayes best KO? Interesting. Yeah, probably. I think we can all agree best David Hayes, not the heavyweight, right? It's the, David Hayes was so talented in his prime, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I remember that guy, the Haymaker. He gets a bad rap in England. They call him a salesman or whatever, but as a fighter, yeah, good stuff. Where is it? Okay.
Keep making David Hayes work. David Hayes working very hard, but it's a hit.
No bombs from Hay in any sense, disconcerting Derek Chisora. In the corner now with his trainer.
Let him miss. Yeah? What's that left? That left will time it better. Bang that jab in his chest, okay?
Good. The other voice in that corner was...
I don't remember the name of this guy, but he's very well known in the UK.
So making him just hit elbows and gloves, and that's the plan for Chisora to make Hay miss, make him try and punch himself out and come on stronger.
Chisora just trying to get the big question marks on occasion about his stamina as well. Now this is where Chisora wants him, leaning on, making that 37.
Chisora's got to use it. He's got to keep coming forward like this, but keep tight all the time. Block him with elbows and gloves. He has it for Derek Chisora.
That's a good right hand from Hay. Feels the weight of that.
Just missed.
Chisora's got to keep coming forward though, got to get into his territory.
Is it me or David Hayes' trunks is almost up to his chest?
Yeah, but when you get there, you've got to do something. You've got to make sure that you clock the points up.
There's that big right hand again.
He's trying to chop it down, really come down. Maybe even though I heard Don Charles saying when you get close, let it go. It must only be the one shot.
Chisora, the attempted uppercut, taking on the arms. Now Chisora's into range, and you see he's trying to get space to land that.
So steep and so coming down onto David Hayes' head.
Chisora not really a singles, but he does have a cast iron chin.
I'll say this for Chisora, whatever people feel about him, that man's been in the ring with everybody. So, Adam Booth, yes, appreciate it, James. Yep, Adam Booth, exactly. He's right up there, I think, with Ben Davidson and. He says, Bodywork says, I don't know how. By the way, everybody check out Bodywork Boxing. Great channel. I think he goes live every night, right? What is it, 9 p.m. or something? Let me know, Bodywork, so they can check you out. He says, I don't know how Chisora had as long of a career. That's a good question that he has. Manny's basura. You know that he ain't the sharpest tool in the tool shed. I'll give you that one. But that Dillian White knockout was super nasty, bro. That would have ended most people's career. Like that was super nasty. Yeah. Man, it's basura, he said.
Landed up to the bell by Hay. 2 rounds gone, 2 rounds to this guy. Right hand. That was a super slow motion replay, but it was delivered with real speed.
Yeah, it's definitely something that he's worked on because you don't throw shots like that.
David Hay. If you've been living on Mars, he's the guy. Chisora finding the target. It was kind of the perceived wisdom at the early stage. Lovely sharp right hand from Hay. Great hand speed and accuracy. To be tested once more, that chin by Derek Chisora.
And I'll tell you one more thing, Bodywork and everybody else. If he keeps going like this, bro, this might very well end up badly for him. That's what I fear the most regarding Chisora, more so than Donito Donaire and a few others, because the way he fights,
Smile from Hay.
Enough for me, and Hay's controlling everything on his back foot. He's landing. He's staying tight. He's not getting caught.
Chisora just trying to walk him down again, get in range. See him setting himself.
He's starting to drop. He's starting to open and close him fast, and you can see it's taking its toll. This is a high fight.
They certainly learned, though, Hay, from that day back in September 2004.
That was a painful lesson to learn, but nonetheless.
Chisora getting into range. Now they go toe to toe. Look at this.
Woo!
People are
Okay.
up all around.
Okay, Chisora. Okay.
Literally on top of the ring.
That's it.
Bodywork says, every other night unless I'm taking a break, bro. Appreciate you. For sure. You too. Yeah. Yep. Great option right here. Bodywork Boxing. Absolutely. They trying to get a Wilder. Yeah, bro. They don't get me started on that BS, bro. I'm like, listen, I get it. Deontay Wilder is not the one, in the Bermain Stiverne days or the, Chris Arreola days and all that. Or the, what's his name? What's the name of the Polish guy that he brutally knocked out, Polish or Russian, something like that. I can't remember now. Shit. What's the name of the... God damn. Nombre lo tengo en la punta de la lengua, carajo. Deontay Wilder. I'll I can't believe I forgot about that. What's his name? Brazil was another hell of a knockout, but Artur Spilka. My God, what a knockout, bro. Like, we understand that's not the same Deontay Wilder, but I mean, if he can turn back the clock for just 2 seconds, he's gonna decapitate you. He says, I'd rather see Ruiz versus Wilder. Me too. I think Ruiz, provided that he beats Damian Neva, he should fight Joseph Parker, in my opinion. But Ruiz versus Wilder would be lit. I agree. I don't mind it. But as I understand it, Wilder will fight Usyk, because I also wanted to see Wilder versus Big Baby Miller. The build-up alone, bodywork to that fight. Can you imagine? I don't think they'll make it to the fight. I don't think Big Baby Miller and Deontay Wilder are gonna make it to the fight. It's probably a good thing that they're not fighting. Slide says, in my opinion, Hay was the only fighter to destroy Chisora this way. Probably, because Dillian White was not. I don't. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I gotta check it out. But as I recall, at the top of my head, Dillian White wasn't like piecing him up like this. He just decapitated him with the left hook. Hellenius was another one. Well, that's the one where he broke down in the post-fight press conference. What? Right? That's the one where because he knew him, right? He did sparring with him and everything, and the way that man went down, like AJ did him dirty too, but Wilder, bro, the way he went down, I swear to you, I thought, I'm not gonna say that, but I think you know. That's one of the realest moments. That's the Deontay Wilder that I love, And I'm not saying you got to break down all the time and everything, but I felt like that was gentleman behavior at its finest, Make up whatever you want about the whole thing with Fury and the whole thing with Simon Jordan and the whole thing with whatever. But Deontay, I think Deontay's a good dude, man. I think Deontay's a good dude. Is he the best fighter of all time? No. Is he the most stylish fighter of all time? No. But he got to the top by utilizing his advantages, Not for nothing. Slitzia Spilka for sure. Bodywork says, I'm disgusted with Usyk. Sorry, not sorry. Me too, but the work that he has put in, to me, I think I'm good. Undisputed in 2 divisions, beat everybody twice. Now, obviously, the Rico fight makes him look like crap. I get it, but I understand. I understand where you're coming from, though. Yeah, he cried and went to see him and everything. And I hope he's good. Hellenius, I think he's from one of those Viking countries, like Mikkel Kessler. They don't give a lot of boxers, but every now and then they'll produce a good one, Bodywork says, I was never big on Wilder, respectfully. A lot of people wasn't. I wasn't necessarily big on Wilder, but I think that's a good example of, he started late. He was, I think, a basketball player when he was younger and everything. I believe he started boxing at 16, 17, something like that, which is considered late, obviously. But I think that's a cool story, to tell. He's got a couple, and by a couple I mean like 5, scary knockouts. So he couldn't handle Fury. You can do with that what you like. And he had that Joe Parker fight, and he did the Spinaroonie versus Big Bang China. But all in all, well done, buddy. Well done, in my opinion. But a lot of people agree with you, and you're probably right, bro. I'm just being the cockeyed optimist in the building, basically, as usual.
I don't know if David, they switched off or not, or Chisora did then and maybe come back.
That was that left hand after the bell and the exchange.
He didn't quite turn it in enough, but I think the people on the other side of the ring must have heard the bell because
that has had an effect.
Bam!
Cleared now, but just for a few seconds, he looked as if
Yeah, too many boxers have that nasty habit of when they're in the exit, their hands are down. You gotta hold that phone, homie.
Score that third round 2 ball.
Still have to get it to the kids.
Now, was Hay seconds of this fourth. There's the right hand from Chisora. Hay, though, takes it well. Oh, big right hand again from Chisora. Now back for Hay. And Chisora onto the back foot, almost for the first time.
The fighters don't want to be there. You're not used to being on the ropes. You don't want to be there for someone like David Hay.
Nice.
Here comes Hay trying the fourth round. Oh, big right hand from Chisora now.
Nice.
Lovely punch.
We need to do that.
Well, it's been another round for Hay. Taking the path that many people expect.
It was nice, guys. It was nice. James said, I don't know how AJ versus Wilder fight never happened, but they're still both hungry. I've heard conflicting stories about that, James. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't. I've heard that Wilder turned down, was it 30 million or something like that to fight AJ, and I think that's why AJ fought Andy Ruiz. I don't know off the top of my head right now, but I've heard conflicting stories. I've never been high on AJ either. I think I mean, obviously he had that thing, that accident and everything. God bless him. And, that's a tragedy. That's outside of boxing. And I do think he did a good thing by switching to Ben Davidson. I don't know if he's still with Ben Davidson or not. Oh, no, he's training with Usyk, isn't it? But, nah, I don't know. I think his career has been underwhelming. And I think Wilder would have decapitated him. Especially back then, because AJ wasn't as not multi-layered. How can I put this? As polished offensively back then. Back then you could hit him plenty of times. I do appreciate the Klitschko fight. Like Vladimir Klitschko impressed me the most in a losing effort, bro. Seriously, I'm not being ironic. I'm not being funny. The performance that Vladimir Klitschko put on against Anthony Joshua, he actually, I tip my hat off to him, bro, because he was benefited by the worst time ever in heavyweight history, but in that fight, oh my goodness, he showed me something. He got stopped, but oh my goodness, he had AJ on skates, bro.
He's surely 4 rounds up. It's fine. Let's hear what Adam's say. That's a terrific, lovely shot.
Yeah, and a good right hand return from Chisora. Good
bang!
Time from David Day to start.
Bang!
And the last say in the exchange as well.
Bang!
Chisora's just got a right hand from Hay got through, but he looked a little bit disorganised. At the moment, the boxing class of Hay is prevailing. Lovely right hand, but then slipping the attempt. And another big right from Hay. Chisora getting
the fight because if David Day can do this and maintain his weight limit 10 rounds, then he wins the fight clearly. But what we all expect him to do is slow down. And Chisora taking over late.
Chisora we saw against Vitaly Klitschko most emphatically on that occasion did go 12 rounds. Frank Warren getting out of it.
Hold on. Bang! Wow. He didn't see that one coming, did he? Man. That was a beautiful knockout.
Chisora down in the mid. Wonderful left hook that was from David Hay.
David Hay's an exceptional finisher.
Chisora holding on. He's got one of the best chins in the business, and he couldn't stand up. And he's going to get up. I don't think he's going to get up this time. The counts of 6 and 7 and 8. He has. He's waiting.
That's it. That was nice, bro. That was nice. This fight, oh my God, bro. Maidana, oh my God. Like everybody know Prime Amir Khan had some of the fastest hands you've ever seen.
Libya, trunks here are good. Trunks here a little high, but punches here are so good, okay? Give me a good fight. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him out. Good luck. This fight.
Check out what happens in round 1, guys. You don't want to miss this.
Freddie Roach said, Amir has fought 51 rounds for me, and I think he's won them all. In the eyes of judges, incidentally. What a tremendous body shot, and he may not get up. No, he's going to get up. You know what? What a body shot.
How in God's name he got up from that one, bro?
You know what?
If he got up, boy, he wanted to get up.
He's never been stopped.
You see punk ass Larry Merchant, like Roy Jones Jr. say he don't want to, like referring to he don't want to get up, because you can see it in his body language. Plus, if you felt, bro, I know what a left hook to the liver is, okay? And Larry Merchant says, well, Roy, if he got up, he wanted to get up. Fucking dumbass.
Right now, and hit him with a big left hook after the bell.
How you doing, Too Savvy Superstar? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, we're doing a tribute to Marcos Maidana on his 43rd birthday, and I'm gonna put up the link in just a second so that we can chop it up. Whoever wants to. Welcome, bro. Great to have you. And I appreciate you, James, for recommending me Hay vs. Chisora, because it's been a minute since I've seen it. That was nice, bro. The Haymaker. Yes. Whoa, that's round 10, okay? From round 1, on the verge of the left hook to the liver, to round 10.
And hit him with a big left hook after the bell. Hard right hand. Amir should be holding on right now. Maidana popped him big time with the right hand. Khan was momentarily out on his feet. And he's hurt again. Maidana's got his chance. Plenty of time left in the 10th. And the left hook lands for Maidana. Khan is wobbly. Khan is over. Will he hold? Will he hold? He will not.
Wow.
He pushes Maidana away. He wants to fight on wobbly legs. Too much heart for Khan.
He is a little bull, wild bull of the Caucasus.
He almost nailed. He almost nailed Joe Cortez.
He is a little bull, wild bull of the Caucasus.
Khan turns away from Maidana.
You remember when Badu Jack nailed Arthur Mercanti, bro? Like,
Almost blocked Cortez.
oh.
10 seconds to go in the round. Khan is wobbly again.
But he hasn't hurt him since those body punches in the first round.
But I don't think Maidana can hurt him too much right now either.
Well, if Khan gets the win, some of the luster of the first 7 or 8 rounds will...
Which one was this? Oh my God. Bro, Eric El Terrible Morales in that fight. He had an eye. Usyk versus Ali? Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I do not mind that at all, bro. I love it. Actually, speaking of which, how are those surveys going? Let's see. Let's take a look. 1 second. What is this? Yeah, this is the laptop layout. Whatever. We got 6 votes. 3 for Usyk versus Ali, 2 for Fury versus Lennox Lewis, and 1 for Wilder versus Foreman. I love it. I love it. AJ versus Tyson, yes, probably the one with the least votes. Yeah. This one was actually a great performance by an old Eric El Terrible Morales. Like, the eye was so messed up, but he held in there with cojones like a guerrero mexicano that he is, bro. Ay, Tony Weeks.
Morales riding that right hand back very well. Turning his head with Maidana's right hand. You wonder what Morales is going to do to keep Maidana off of him. Starts with an uppercut. It doesn't land. No subtlety here. This is
Like Eddie Morales' eye after this fight was something else, but he put up a valiant performance, bro. There, right there. There he messed up his eye with that uppercut.
El ciclo fundamental, así como el desierto fue mar. La estrella que brilla se ha de apagar. Es difícil descifrar la existencia. La balanza eterna de...
Look at that thing.
La paz y la violencia, limpio de conciencia, rumbo hacia el cajón, al siguiente nivel, al nuevo eslabón. Soy el caracol que narra el tiempo, no imita el reloj, el esclavo del momento. Solo el 10% sabe lo que digo, el otro 90% se pierde en el camino. Nada es eterno ni la lumbre del infierno, mis palabras son distintas.
Wow, look at that. Hold on.
Nada es eterno ni la lumbre del infierno, mis palabras son distintas que se secan en un cuaderno. No somos nada, es más una gota y una cascada.
No somos nada, solamente
Morales set up a right hand. Maidana, however, walked through it, came back. Now he has to walk through another one. And Morales landed the right. There's a vicious uppercut.
Nice, nice. Morales, carajo.
Se disuelve así un ser, se espuma y ya no vuelve a los primeros años. Es la inocencia después de 12, son actos de conciencia. Se pasa de la noche a la mañana, invencible, no se puede, se tibia, apresurada.
Jesus Soto Caras, great fight as well. Then comes Josecito Lopez and others. I'll put up the link if anybody want to come up and chop it up about anything. We talk about literally anything. We talk about the upcoming fights, the whatever you want. Let me pin the. Oh, let me put it on Twitter as well. Let me pin the link here and here. Vertical. Let me see the survey here as well. Okay. We got 3 votes, 1 for Fury versus Lennox and 2 for Wilder Foreman. I love it. Man. Okay. That's pinned. And over on X. Medium. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get back to it. Also, let me show you some other stuff too. Let me show you Maidana, Broner dancing. Show you some cool ass stuff. What the hell is going on with my guys? Bear with me because my internet is the worst of the worst. I think my mind will die on the days. he ain't got no rhythm whatsoever. Mayweather, Jim, some cool ass stuff.
Out here at the gym, Maidana pulling up. Chino Maidana out here with us, man. You know it. I know, hombre. Mucho asada. Chino.
Some cool stuff, you know. Good stuff. We always like to see that.
At all times, protect yourself at all times. And what I said, you must obey.
Now he's with Robert Garcia. Now you're going to see some improvements.
Soto Canas with the 3-inch reach advantage. Maidana coming in, landing the right hand. Oh, there's a vicious left hand that pops the head back. Maidana nailing Soto Canas. Absorb the punch coming forward. And there's a lead left hook that catches Soto Canas, but he walks right through it. Maidana getting back. Oh, look at Maidana.
See that? See that? See that? Was he doing that before, guys? Was he? Watch him in the ropes. Actually, let me slow this down just a little bit. This is Robert Garcia's doing.
Catches Soto Carlos, but he walks right through him. Maidana getting back.
Watch Maidana now.
Look at Maidana rolling though. Look at final minute of the fourth round. Soto Carlos trying to find Maidana, bobbing and weaving at Maidana.
Come on, man.
Comes back with a 1-2 of his own. Terrific action here in Las Vegas. Mexican Independence Day weekend. Straight right hand by Maidana. While he's busy, the right hand knocks down Soto Carlos. And just like that, this fight turns on a dime.
Man down.
Round 8 underway. The WBA title eliminator Maidana firing off the right hand of Soto Carlos. Valiantly trying to fight back, gets hurt with the left hook. Maidana reinvigorated. And there's a straight right doubling it up. And Soto Carlos stumbling. Oh, and needs another straight right hand. Another right hand that finds the hand. Soto Carlos now beginning to take all kinds of punishment. Kenny Bayless steps in.
He was fighting back, but he was getting pummeled, basically. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. We got a couple of homies here. We got Bodywork and B3. How you doing, gentlemen?
What's happening?
What's going on, man? Shout out to Irony Boxing. Salute Bodywork. What's happening, fellas? Hey, man, Maidana was, man, he was different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a little. I saw sparring that him and Maravilla had back in the day over in Argentina, bro, and he had Maravilla on on deep shits, you know. Oscar El Carnal, how you doing, brother?
Good. How's it going, fellas?
What's up, man? Yeah, I like when he came back and he started walking down Amir Khan. That was phenomenal coming back from that body shot.
Bro, tell me about it. Like, to this day, I've seen only 3 people get up from body shots like that. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. And I always forget the other one. But I'll remember and I'll tell you. That's not very often that you see that, bro. Like, and that was prime Amir Khan, too. That was before the Brady Prescott and Danny Garcia. You know, that was the Amir Khan that was, you know, chopping people up. Yeah. What is I think, do you guys think that the first fight against Floyd was Floyd's toughest fight? Because I maintain it's Cotto.
What, Cotto was Floyd's toughest fight, you saying?
Yeah, the first Maidana fight. Yeah.
I think so.
Bodywork, what you think?
I think, Floyd said it was Emmanuel Augustus, but if you go back and look at it, I think it was Emmanuel Augustus because of that awkward style and he didn't stay in place. He could punch from anywhere.
Yeah, it's a hard one to say. I think Maidana looked rougher just because of the style, like he comes forward, all hard, very few IQ, just run you down. He takes whatever you give him, but it's one of them pressure fighters that won't even let you start. But I feel like Floyd said Emmanuel Augustus because Emmanuel Augustus is a tougher puzzle to figure out. Because let's be honest, Floyd was cooking Maidana too at the end. Like we all remember, that he was giving him problems and all this and that. But Floyd was landing. He was also doing his work, but just the pressure was something else. It's kind of like Shakur and Zepeda. Zepeda was right on Shakur's face to where he can't even start his offense. I find it somewhere similar. But Augustus is a different puzzle where it's like you can get a rhythm down because this guy's so awkward. He can throw a punch from anywhere. And his timing is, you're trying to get his timing off. His timing is already off. So it's a tough one to say for me.
There's four options to me, right? The four options, maybe five, but the four options that glare to me are Castillo one, Augustus, Cotto, and Maidana one. Maybe mostly, but mostly was basically one round. He ended up piecing him up afterwards, you know. So I don't know that Mosley really fits the bill like that.
Nah, he started cooking Mosley.
Yeah.
Castillo was good though. That's a runner up because it's like controversial, but you know, I think it was more of so that we're not used to seeing Floyd be out of his wits like that. He always pretty much had control most of the time. But I will say that I've adopted this thing that every boxer needs to go up against. Until you see your boxer up against a Maidana style, which I call the armadillo style, because that's like what Kevin Sergio did to Pacheco, and everybody knocked him for that. But like until your boxer goes against that style, it's like Tank versus Pitbull. That style, that armadillo style is what I call it. Until your boxer go against that style, you don't really know what your boxer is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you don't really see that at the gym and the sparring way too often, do you?
Yeah, it's like Cepeda and Roach. I think you were saying it earlier. It's like, yeah, you can. How do you train like for a Cepeda, a guy that just comes forward and throws punches and punches? It's like it's very hard to train for a guy like that. And I do agree. Like you got to test your fighters against those fighters. Those type of
because they could tuck.
Haney hasn't gone against a fighter like that? I don't think.
No. That's why, like a pit bull, like they would think he would do well against a pit bull because he can box, but like that thing where they could tuck their chin and could take a punch, but then also deliver that overhand because you got to be able to throw that overhand. Like man, AC be talking about it. The way he would throw them overhand rights to where his chin is tucked, but he could still throw it. Like that's the same thing pit bull be doing, where that shit come out of nowhere, and if you ain't, if you moving. Got your guard down or doing lateral movement, you might run into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you gotta take into account that regardless of what you throw, like you said, like he keeps his chin tucked. So regardless what you throw, he's still gonna keep like he's gonna keep moving forward, disrupting your rhythm, disrupting your style, disrupting all kinds of problems. It's gonna give you all kinds of problems. So yeah,
I feel like Mbili has that style right now.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. He do kind of. He don't keep his chin tucked though, because Sergey Devinchenko kind of exposed him, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, he do kind of got it. He got some.
If Sergey was 35, I think he would have beat. I think he may be a little older. Maybe if he was 33, 34, he probably would have beat Mbili.
Yeah, he would have definitely because he had him without the shoulder injury.
He just keeps his head right at center. He don't move it.
Exactly. And Mbili, guys, you know what? I don't believe Canelo and Mbili is as close as people make it out to be. I mean, there's reasons to believe it's close because Canelo is not the same guy and he's coming off of an injury and whatever the case may be. But Mbili's got so many holes in his game, in my opinion, that I mean, have you guys ever seen Canelo in trouble with somebody that resembles Mbili? I haven't.
I wanted to cook on that earlier when you was talking about that, but to me, I think Father Time is the biggest element, man. I think Mbili is coming on. He can't overwhelm you, and I think if Canelo get lackadaisical, then Mbili will pull that trigger. Now, Canelo got a high IQ, but. Can he? But the other thing, I think that Mbili is in like 15 round shape for the most part, and I don't know. Like Canelo tends to gas a little bit. That's what people don't really take in consideration with Canelo. That's why I think IQ wise, it's no question who got that. Like if Canelo can figure him out, if he go in there like he did with Lester Martinez, like Canelo's gonna piece his ass up, but. Canelo does gas. So I'm looking at it to get Harry around the ninth to the 12th. You know what I'm saying? If Billy don't get, don't put his hands in his pockets. That's just my opinion.
My thing is
Oscar?
like, if like the Lesser Martinez. I'm glad you touched up on that fight. The best work that Martinez did is when he was turning and he was using his angles. If Canelo does just a little bit of that, I think he's good for the most part. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, and Billy just comes forward, don't move his head out the line. If you just use them angles wisely, and I think Canelo has the master tactician, and he's got the high IQ for him to do it. But it also depends on quality time, like you said. He does gas early, or yeah, he does gas, and so it depends on different factors. But if he uses his angles correctly, and if Billy just comes like David Jenko, I think Billy, I think he might even put him out. Honestly,
B3?
Yeah, I'm in here. You about and Billy Canelo?
Yeah.
What
you think?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more so feel like I don't know why the fight got pushed back. Maybe did y'all hear? Did Canelo get an injury? Why did the fight get pushed back? What happened?
I think that yes, me. Somebody said it to me the other day. He was something about the World Cup, but I think it was something of an injury. I'm not sure.
And it maybe be Saudi. I mean, AJ's supposed to be fighting on there. Somebody, Marky said there was some things was going over there in the land of Saudi. I don't know what we can say on YT or whatever, but just some military things was going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know what you're
political.
referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, so it may not be as safe to be over there, but I think AJ is supposed to be fighting in Saudi next week, so I haven't heard of them moving it. I'll just say this: I think that in Billy's style is actually going. If he can. I don't think Canelo is gonna be. He's gonna be right there. He's not gonna have a lot of movement. I think Billy's gonna be able to pressure Canelo. The only thing is I didn't like the fact that he kind of gassed out a little bit versus Lester, and if Lester had a couple more rounds,
yeah,
it looked like he may have gotten Billy up out of there. He
yeah,
was. I just didn't like how he was getting hit in the back half of that fight, and it looked like he
yes,
he,
bro.
he
Bro,
gassed a
remember
little
how?
bit.
That's why I was so mad at Lester because at the second half of the fight, more towards like the 10th, 11th, 12th, he was using them angles and he was actually cracking him, Billy.
He started way
Yeah, he
too
was.
late. He started too late. He started fighting too late in that fight, bro. That's
Yeah.
what pissed me off. Yeah.
Like
But
we
he's
got to see if Canelo is still got that motor, because I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like the fact that Crawford was able to move up and then kind of fight him in the pocket, even though Crawford is an all-time great.
Yeah,
And Billy being a younger fighter, hungry, he's gonna be hungry. Like this is his stage to kind of set up his legacy. If he can get a Canelo win, people gotta remember him. They have to remember his name.
yeah, because
So
Canelo's only lost to great fighters. I mean, and Bivol
Exactly.
beat two undisputed guys.
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, I don't even have to say. Crawford, 3-time undisputed. Like Canelo's only lost to like the creme of la creme.
But the key, I'm gonna tell y'all the key, because I already touched on it. He didn't say this specifically earlier, but he did touch on it. The thing is, Canelo loses the defensively responsible guys.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They got to have some level of this defensive responsibility. And my only thing is, like I said earlier, man, Father Time. You know, Father Time is undefeated, man. And my question to y'all is, how much will Canelo's pride be in this? Because I think that the reason why I got pushed back is because I think Ryan and them got announced around that time. So David moved in on this spot for the May date. Ryan and Connor and the buzz surrounding that moved in on that. And I think that they don't want Canelo's numbers to really be screwed. That's just a hypothesis. That's just my,
Yeah, I
me
think
just,
that's the
you
second
know what
thing
I'm
that
saying?
I think Ernie said at the World Cup. I think that's the second thing they moved it because the World Cup is going on right now. It's the biggest sporting event in the world. Maybe not in America, but in the world. To take the viewers away. So,
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but that's
but
not until
but
September. So
but speak to this though. Speak to that point though that I asked. Do y'all
yeah.
think Canelo Alvarez's pride will get in the way because he got a lot? Like a lot of people are questioning him, and I don't think Canelo's really used to this kind of scrutiny. I mean, he used to some scrutiny from the PED stuff, but like right now at this level with everything, like him coming off the Bud thing, him that Skull performance, him getting older, him having this stigma of having that knee thing going on, like will his pride make him fight in a way that he hasn't fought, trying to prove that he still got it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I can say though, I've been watching a
Good
lot of,
question.
I'm Mexican and I do like, I'm
Yeah.
bilingual and I listen to a lot of Mexican interviews. It's just he's doing it, like you said, pride. One thing he actually said pride. The other one is because he's still hungry. You know, and that's one thing that you can't take away from the guy. Like he still wants to be there while he already made it. So yeah, it's a little bit of both, honestly. To
I
me,
think so. I think so too. But I don't believe that. How do I say this? Like, I believe, yeah, it might be in the play, but I don't think he feels the need to prove anything. I don't think so. You know, I think he's good. Basically, he just wants to.
talking about
No, I don't think
168
so. I
though.
don't think so. Though. I don't think his pride is good. I don't think what you're really asking, buddy, is that is his pride gonna get in the way of him otherwise fighting a smarter fight, right? That's basically what you're asking.
Right,
Okay.
right.
To put on a show.
Maybe I'll give you a maybe because I mean yeah probably that's a good question. Let me think.
That's a good
Anybody?
Is he
question
gonna be able?
because
Is he gonna win exchanges with him, Billy? Does he at this stage? Does he have the faster hands? You know,
yeah,
Good
we know
question.
he has that
Yeah.
higher IQ. The physical
right?
aspect, that's what's in question right now.
Yeah, because the way I'm looking at it is, and Billy has that motor. You
Yeah,
know,
right in your face. He don't just keeps coming forward.
so I'm out before when they first made the fight. I was more so feeling like Canelo was going to hurt him at some point. Because Canelo can't crack.
For sure.
It's just like you saying, how much does Canelo have left? Is he like, in the silk sheets at this point? Is he fighting for money at this point? It's almost like, he's still under that Turkey agreement. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm gonna take this 100 million or whatever you're gonna pay me. It's almost like he's obligated to fight. So we're gonna really see. I mean, I think he likes the challenge, like you saying, his pride on the line. I think he doesn't want to. I don't think Canelo's ever gonna lay down, but it'll be like the Ryder fight.
Yeah, exactly. They're
You see what
gonna,
I'm
We'll see.
saying? It is something
yeah,
like that. Like, but even though and Billy has a little more pressure, of course he got more pressure, and he's going more volume than Ryder, but Canelo kind of was like going through the motions. Everybody said he wanted to give his fans in Guadalajara a show, and I was like, nah. He had Ryder out on his feet a couple of times, hurt a couple of times, but it's just that he wasn't that next gear to really get his opponent out of there. Does Canelo still have that? And he hasn't really shown that as of late.
I think I think that Mbili, in contrast to William Skull, because William Skull has this style that is not really conducive to getting that out of you, but I think Mbili does. So I'm leaning towards a yes to your question, buddy, because I think Mbili is gonna make him, albeit with all the holes that he got in his game, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. He this is his moment, right? This is his opportunity, and he's gonna go for it, and then he's gonna make Canelo get something pull something out of him that we haven't seen him in a while. And I think we're gonna get that question answered in the ring. But I think Mbele's style is conducive to seeing that Canelo getting in that zone and maybe fighting a fight that's not necessarily the best fight that he can fight. You know.
Now, on the second half of the argument is like, doesn't Billy gonna take this opportunity and kind of hold on to it a little too tight, and it's gonna make him fight a dumb fight, put himself in danger, trying to put on a show, trying to mollywop Canelo, and Canelo just counters him all night long.
Yeah, I think and Billy's issue is that just like Lester to a certain extent, they like one trick ponies, man. You gotta have nuances to your game to be able to compete at that level.
Yeah.
And Canelo's gonna notice that early on. If and Billy can't change it up, if he can't be a little more patient and then turn it on, like pick his spots, at least at least make Canelo work for his shit for the first 6, 7 rounds. If he can't do that, he's gonna play into Canelo's game plan because he's up against the judges too. Because he gotta, I think, and Billy gotta either drop him a couple times, which is like almost like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna drop Canelo, but he gotta drop him or knock him out, or so he's up against the scorecard. So it's all in. It's gonna be a chess game of some sorts, and whether and Billy's learned from these past fights. Because Derevyanchenko would have, if Derevyanchenko ain't have a bad shoulder, the old man would have beat him, man.
And talking
He would have
about
beat him.
there's a Jenko
Yeah.
fight. There's a Jenko with a bad shoulder, giving him a 1+1+1, bro, with the same hand.
Hmm.
And same, it was a combination, but it was the same hand. It was one plus one
But let
plus
me ask
one.
y'all something.
I was like,
Let me
God
ask y'all
damn.
something. This is a sidebar. You got the young boy Jalil Hackett. Now he from DC,
Yeah.
right? He from DC. He getting ready to fight Derevyanchenko, and I'm like, this is a sidebar. Like, how do y'all see that fight going?
Um, I favor Jalil Hackett. I think Derevyanchenko is going to make it interesting, but I think this is 160, right?
No,
Is this a
160.
Yes.
middleweight? Or, okay.
Yeah. It's 160.
I'll favor Jalil Hackett. I think he's hungry. He's been inconsistent here and there. I don't think he lost to Jose Cheito. What was his name? Oh, shit, I don't remember. The one when he fought in Puerto Rico in the Hitches Paro undercard. I was there. I interviewed him. Great kid, by the way. But I think this is time to shine. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, and this is the type of fight where he needs to prove himself because you have an old warrior that's been in there with a lot of greats, and this is
Definitely
the
a
type of
gatekeeper.
fight. Exactly. A gatekeeper that's still kind of dangerous. It's not completely shot. I don't think. So I see it being. I don't know how many rounds is it. I haven't looked that up. Let's just say it's 10 rounds, right? I see it being. I don't know. I see Derevyanchenko making it hard for him the first couple of rounds, and then Jalil Hackett should be able to pull away. But that's a big if because Jalil Hackett is not the most consistent guy that I've seen in the ring.
Now, keeping it going, how y'all feel about Pacheco, man? That guy,
I
we
was
haven't
about to get to that.
Pacheco, man. He didn't want to fight in Billy. He didn't want to fight Shiraz for a full belt. He didn't want to fight
I
Billy
can't
for a full
stand that
belt.
boy. I can't stand that boy. Yeah.
Did he kind of reach his ceiling? I mean, his opportunity's been there for him.
I mean, he's training with Buddy McGirt now, but let me get an answer to Bodywork's question first, and we'll get to Pacheco. Everybody, Oscar B3 first. What do you think about Jalil Hackett versus Derevyanchenko, and then Oscar, and then we can get to Pacheco.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think if how do I put this? With Derevyanchenko, with his age, the wear and tear, I'm thinking Jalil should be able to edge him a decision. If not, this is a 10 rounder, right?
I believe so. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 10 rounds. I don't think it's not a belt on the line, so it's probably not gonna be 12. So
Right.
it's more likely a 10 rounder. I expect Jalil probably to edge a decision, but see, Derevyanchenko is really a skilled boxer. It's just he's on the back half of his career. This may be one of his last. It may be a last fight, maybe his last couple fights.
Yeah. It is 10 rounds, by the way. I just looked it up.
I think stylistically he could pose problems for Jalil. Like, I just kind of want to see them sized up because Jalil just seems like such a big kid when he was fighting at 147 and then was fighting Pete Dobson. And, you know,
Yeah.
he seemed like a big kid, but you see Pete Dobson had success at the end of that fight. So, like I'm saying, I'm thinking that Jalil should be able to edge him just with his, with his pressure, his combination punching. And, but if Derevchenko come in great shape, then we may be, he gonna give Jalil a good run. So I'm thinking maybe 6 rounds to full. Maybe it may end up
Yeah.
even being a draw.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I'm
just because Derevchenko is top level. He's just past his prime.
definitely. Oscar?
I agree. It's just he's one of them fighters that is definitely past his time, like way due, But the losses he has had most of them been controversial. I think all of them have been controversial, if I'm not mistaken.
At least, yeah, almost all of them for sure. Yeah.
But no, he's one of them fighters that's very skillful, man. We talk about IQ. I don't think Jalil Hackett right now has more IQ than Derevchenko. He's a guy that can pose problems. He's a very good boxer and he's a very good fighter. He does have power. So I agree with him. It's like if Jalil's not mentally ready for a challenge like that, or if he's expecting something else, I think Derevchenko can take majority of the first half of the fight, if not the first half of the fight. But I gotta see him on the weigh-in though. That's gonna be a big
Yes, that's true.
Because like he said, Jalil is a big guy. He is a big guy. Like he started 147, and we might end up seeing him at 168.
Yeah, but and I was just thinking about the weight too because Derevchenko has fought at 68. I'm not sure if he's fought at 75, but this is gonna be 160.
Yeah.
So maybe him going back down to 60, maybe it may be more suited for him based on his but then again, him going back down, that might be an issue as well. That might be in favor of Jalil.
Yeah.
Bringing Derevchenko back down to 160.
Bodywork, what you think?
I think my issue with Jalil is sometimes he's hard headed, and he got something to prove. I think he will be healthier because for the longest time, man, like even when like he was at 147 and he was getting ready to weigh in a couple times, he was on there. It reminded me of that movie Hollow Man. When you see Hollow Man put on them glasses and stuff, I was like, man, what are you doing? It's clear as day. It was worse than Devin being at 35 in the weigh-ins that he was at. It was like he had to put on shades. His lips was dry. So I'm thinking, man, Jalil might have way more power. I think he's gonna be way more comfortable. But with Jalil's key to victory is my name, the channel name, Bodywork. If he goes to that body early and he be patient and don't exchange with him, you know what I'm saying? He could probably stop him. But I don't. The question mark is Derevchenko. He got a good coach. He does have that veteran savvy, and Jalil got a lot to prove because if Jalil lose this fight, man, I don't know where he gonna go. So that pressure might make him do what he normally do, where he feel like he gotta gun it and get it over with. Even though I think that fight where you say you interviewed him, he got pickpocketed in that fight. He got pickpocketed. I think he really won that fight. And it's really all in was it a loss or was it a lesson? Because some of his losses, Well, that loss that he had was like, if you treat it like a lesson, like, hold on, man, I can't keep running my head into this brick wall. If I'm more intelligent about it and show that I got a couple more nuances to my game, then Derevchenko can do what it's supposed to do, like be a stepping stone for him to catapult him into better fights. You know what I'm saying? So it really is based on the Derevchenko we're getting. Is he just getting the check? Is he gonna be a thotty where everybody just gonna run through him and have like a Pedraza or like some of the Cambosis or some of these names that people starting to get on their resume just to build their resume? Or is Jaleel gonna show that, hey, look, I've learned from this. I'm gonna be a little bit more smart. I'm gonna be a little bit more patient. I'm gonna listen to my father. So it's a couple questions, man. I want to give it to Jaleel because I like Jaleel as a young guy, especially being from the area. I was born in DC, raised in PG. I'm living in Baltimore, so I kind of root for all these guys, but I'm also a realist. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm pulling for him, but he got to be smart. He got to listen to his dad.
100%. 100%. Let's shift to Pacheco. I understand that he's training with Buddy McGirt now. I've seen the Steven so-called Nelson fight. Was not impressed. I think Steven Nelson won the first half of the fight, or several rounds of the first half of the fight, and then Pacheco came through. He really disappointed me in the Trevor McCombie fight. He coasted it all the way through with the jab, and that's it. Kevin Lelesaggio did what he could, and now he's fighting Emmanuel Alim, who's coming off of losing to Lester Martinez. So, what is I think he's gonna win, but what is you guys' assessment of Diego Pacheco? Because I just tell him one thing: you better stay the hell away from David Benavides. That's number one. But I don't see anything that makes me believe that he can hang with the top of the line at 168. And what I mean by that is specifically Hamza Shiraz and Osley Iglesias. Let me have Bodywork first, then Oscar, and then B3.
Well, Pacheco's one of my guys. Being the realist that I am, I did not like the look of him ducking. He ducked Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz is also one of my guys, and I was giving him a little bit of grace. I'm not gonna lie, because he changed coaches. Sometimes it takes time to gel, and you don't want to go out there with everything you got going on, because now that Floyd Mayweather effect is a real thing. If you get that old popped off of you and you're kind of dangerous, then people are going to avoid you. So I said, man, I didn't like it. I called it. You know what I'm saying, on one of my shows. I said, man, that's a duck. You turned down Hamza Shiraz. I think he turned down I think they said they reached out to him, Billy, or Billy, like at one point they was going to fight in Billy, but something happened. None of them was good looks. The only grace I give him is the same grace people gave AJ when he changed coaches. It's like when you change coaches, you got to gel, like with Frank Martin, work with Buddy McGirt and stuff like that. It's like it take a couple fights before you clicking on all cylinders. That's the only grace I really gave him. But I think that, remember when I was talking about that armadillo style earlier, when I said every fighter got to go through that? Yeah. And that was the style that he had with Sergio. With So Cold, I'm about to open up a can of worms. I think that Bomac is overrated, bro. I'm gonna say it. I apologize if anybody is watching this gets offended. But when you look at what happened with So Cold,
okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Richard Torres, Avius Griffin, So Cold. So Cold got beat up by Pacheco, and I couldn't believe they made that fight. I was like, oh, I was, man, me and AC was like, oh, we can't believe that fight got made, because that was a crossroads fight, and Pacheco pulled out. I think that the Sergio fight kind of smudged his reputation a little bit, but that's a hard style. I would recommend any fighter to get in there with a Sergio and see what you do. If you're not David Benavidez or David Morrell, it's probably going to look the same way. So I think he's gonna stop Aleem. At least it's gonna be 2 knockdowns on his way to victory. And I'm pulling for Pacheco, but like after this, he gotta wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? He gotta ramp it up. And I'll lay in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I'm watching the Emmanuel Lean versus Lester Martinez right now.
Okay.
And I mean I watched it previously, but I'm just watching the highlights right now. Aleem was pretty durable.
Oh yes, bro. Yes, he was right there. He was right there. Pacheco
Did
had
you
to
see
earn
him
that
at the
fight.
weigh-in though? Did you see him at the
I didn't see
weigh-in?
him at the weigh-in today. That's why I need to watch.
He didn't look. I'll be watching it all. His body, he looked a little soft to the midsection. And one thing I
Yes.
can say about Pacheco is that Pacheco goes upstairs and he does body work. That to be one of my fighters, you gotta be able to do body work. And I think it's gonna be body. It's gonna be uppercuts and body shots. And he's with that length and that reach, with him having to maneuver around that jab, he can fight. Pacheco can fight off that jab. So as long as he's not thinking too much, you know what I'm saying, and worried about what's coming back, I think Pacheco going to make easy work out of this guy, especially after seeing that weigh in. Dude didn't look like he was in. He looked like he was in dog shape. I could tell you that. He looked a little flabby around the midsection to me.
Yes. But especially the lower mid, it looked
Yeah.
little. It looked like me. I was like, ooh, you look like yellow, bro.
Oscar, let me get your take, buddy.
On Pacheco,
Yeah.
man, it's because it's one of them guys where it's like you don't know where he's at yet. You don't know if he's too early or he's too old. What I can say though is that he holds rank, and you know me, Arnie. If you hold rank, you gotta uphold that rank. Like Tom or like Jai Apataya. I don't get these type of fighters that they hold rank, but they don't want to fight nobody. Now Pacheco's been in the mix for a little over a year and a half now, and it's not like these fighters that don't get opportunities. He's a fighter that gets an opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. He didn't want to fight in Billy. He didn't want to fight Hamza. Who does he want to fight? And to me, like the Sajo fight is like, bro, he looked decent, but he didn't look all right. And it's like he does go to the body a lot. He is tall. He does have the range, but he don't use it to his advantage now. I don't know if he don't want to deal with the pressure. I don't know if he don't want to deal with the volume of Hamza. So to me, Pacheco, it seems like a guy, kind of like a Berger Ortiz right now, especially right now after Boots fought Sanders. I think it's kind of clear that the one that don't want any smoke is the one that says that he wants all the smoke. I feel like that's Pacheco right now. It's like he wants to fight everybody, but once he gets the opportunity, he don't want to fight nobody. He wants an easy coast, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but
it doesn't seem like he believes in himself like that.
Now he switched trainers, and I hope it goes good for him. But he might be a flash in the pan too, And going back to the Bomac fight, like the Bomac talk, like I agree with the Bomac. I don't think he's overrated just because Terrence Crawford. But he might be one of them trainers that gets one fighter and builds a career off that one fighter. Kind of like a Rudy Perez or Freddie Roach. I mean, Freddie Roach, we mostly remember him from Pacquiao. We don't remember him from other fighters. But,
that's for damn sure. Yeah.
Can I qualify what I said though? So just because anybody listening, I don't want nobody to think, oh, he just hating. I'm gonna qualify by saying this: most of these guys have one diamond in the rough. Like even my guy, like Tank, Tank in Baltimore. It's Tank in Baltimore, but then you got Lorenzo Truck, who everybody thought Lorenzo Truck, who everybody thought he was whatever. But like they're behind him, but like Tank with the diamond in the rough. For Bud and Bomac and them, Bud with the diamond in the rough. Like Robert Garcia, he probably has the variety of all the guys because all of them guys they just like he got Bam, he got Virgil, he got so many different guys. But like most of these guys, I'm gonna qualify because this is not just towards Bomac. This is like when I look at the scrutiny, Because Derrick James, he had Errol Spence, but then
Mhm.
people want to say, "Oh man, he wasn't nothing." It's like, no, he was something because he got one guy undisputed at 54. He got one
Yeah.
guy to get 3 scraps in the glamour division. So we can't discount. I don't care how you think, whatever personal business or whatever. But most of these guys have one diamond in the rough, and everybody else in that camp is just trying to make it. But like when I seen Avius Griffin get knocked out by Hammerhand, when I seen
Yeah.
Stone Cold get knocked out by, I think it was a Cuban after the Pacheco fight, after Pacheco beat him up. Like,
Yes.
and then when I seen, I seen Keyshawn and the discrepancy he had, I'm like, how much heavy? Like we be putting cayenne on what
And you
what
said
what Bo Mac
Keyshawn,
was
but you
able to
gotta
do.
add his brothers because his brothers are
Yeah,
also in
right.
Bowman.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then Sanchez. Then we just seen
Yes, bro.
we seen Sanchez
Sanchez
knock
looked
out
bad.
Torres. So
Badly,
and then we seen, and
badly.
then I didn't even like to me, I thought Tiger Johnson looked better with Prentice Brewer in his corner. But that's just
Facts.
me. I'm a critic. I'm
Facts.
a critic. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just towards Bo Mac, but I look at like the way everybody scrutinizes all these coaches for their stable. Like, oh man, he ain't this, he ain't that. I put them all on the scale, and that's what I've seen with Bo Mac. I don't think that it's nothing too special about it. I think it's more of a my style matching up with your style. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, and seeing how we go. But like the track record is been like all these guys get one diamond in the rough, and everybody else is a possible.
Eddie Reynoso is another
Love it.
example. Rudy Perry is another example. Freddie Roach is another example. It's like these guys get one diamond off of Russ. Now that's got his merit. I'm not gonna lie, that's got his merit. Triple G trainer. I can't remember his name.
Abel Sanchez.
Yes, Sanchez. It's like they get one diamond in the Russ. That got his merit. Of course, it's got his merit. Because you brought that fighter up yourself, and that fighter had the skills and the IQ to understand and jump that cup, whatever. But in the broader picture, I'm not saying it looks bad, but it does look. I do agree what Buddy was saying though. I do 100% agree on that one. 1,000% agree on that.
Yeah, that's spot on. B3, let
Yeah.
me get your take on. Oh, go ahead.
Now, what I was gonna say is that, man, this kid Aleem, he was fighting Lester. I mean, he was hitting Lester with some big shots down the stretch. I want to see, for instance, like, just about the Bomac situation, and like you were saying, the diamond in the rough, right? A lot of these guys, like for instance, they have one guy from their gym or one guy from their area to really be that guy. With Robert Garcia, he's getting like the top fighters from pretty much the top Hispanic fighters from their whole area. You know what I'm saying? Like a Bam, amateur standout. Virgil Ortiz, amateur standout. Both of those guys is from Texas. So with Bomac, Bud, that's homegrown, Omaha. And I mean, who else is coming out of like Omaha specifically? Like, yeah, he got Jamel, Heron to become a champion. I mean,
But
Keyshawn is
the
from Norfolk, Go ahead, buddy.
but the thing is with Bomac, what I'm looking at is them guys, and I hate to sound like I'm really not hating. I respect Bomac because we can't deny what he was able to do with Bud. But they were getting first dib on them guys coming straight out of the Olympics. Like if you think about it, the fact that he even got past somebody like Tiger Johnson, like he was supposed to tell Tiger Johnson, he's supposed to whisper in his ear and do the same shit. Like if everything was even, it was all about the coaching and along with the skill set. Like when Sean Porter was up, when he told Bud, hey man, you down on the scorecards. He was like, what? And then he turned up. With that guy that Tiger Johnson was just in there with that man in his corner, he was supposed to turn up on that dude. Like Tiger Johnson got the power. He was already being first, doing whatever he wanted pretty much. And where was the command to be able to like just step on this dude? If you want a Devin fight, your coach need to be able to tell you something, whisper something in your ear to make you step on that nigga. But he get a lot of people from the Olympics over there. So like even with Keyshawn, you heard that Keyshawn, he was already made. He was already who he was because you got him being a silver medalist. And so, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are high on Keyshawn. I'm still evaluating because I've noticed that he fought a lot of guys that were smaller and all that. But when I look at everybody like the So-Colds, the Avius Griffins, there was another dude, light skinned dude, that he had in his camp. He had a couple losses, but the track record says you had first dib on a lot of guys that were Olympians. What did you do with those guys? Or was Bud just that special? Just like with Coach Calvin and them. That's my guy. But was Tank just that special? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So I want to clarify. I'm not hating on Bo Mac. I'm just saying you be getting like that fabric where you supposed to make the most beautiful suits and blankets and pillowcases and all that. It's like, well, what happens with these guys?
Yeah, no,
That's all.
I don't think you're hating at all because you're saying stuff that has actually happened. Like you're not, like I don't think that's the case at all. But I'm starting to like give Bomac the people's eyebrow a little bit. I'm starting to do that because I mean that whole Keyshawn situation. I don't know, man. Like Benny the boxer saying this, Keyshawn saying the other, what have you, but. I think you're right, man. I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit of Bomac. I'm starting to look at Imani Robles, for example, both Yanis, more seriously than I do a Bomac. Man.
Oh man, don't say Bozy. Don't say Bozy. Don't get me started. But see, people be thinking I'm hating. It's like, nope. I be just as critical as everybody else because I'm like, we seen Stephen Fulton get stepped on, Ball Shockey. We seen Andy Cruz, Uzi Marataya. We seen, what I'm saying? Like even with Xander fighting that style, that stupid fucking game plan he went in there with. He still hurt. He still hurt the man. Now he came back and stopped him, so he erased it. That's the eraser. That's the ultimate eraser. But like, I be looking at him all. Even that guy. I'm gonna land right here, Irony.
Yeah.
Remember that guy who we just were talking about that guy who got pickpocketed Jaleel Hackett?
Yeah, Jose Cheito Roman, yeah.
So he went on and fought a guy named Tamir Smalls, and I think that's Bozy's grandson. Man, that dude won that fight, bro. That dude, that Roman dude, that dude beat Tamir Smalls, bro, that night. That dude got robbed that night, bro. Go back and watch that fight. That's the homework. Go back and
he had that knockdown, but he did win. I'm in agreement with you, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. But who was in the corner? So who was in the corner in that fight? Who was in the corner with Fulton? Who was in the corner with what's the other one I named? We seen Fulton, that Roman, and then Andy Cruz. Yeah. So am I just pulling shit out my tail, or am I just stating the facts?
Well, what about Jack Catterall though?
Oh, he improved.
Yeah.
Now he improved, but Catterall had a high IQ. He just needed to learn how to sit down his punches. Now that was a point that I did give him credit for. I said, now I seen the improvement with that. I did see an improvement with him sitting down on his punches. I did. So I give him credit for that. But we gotta look at the whole stable. We gotta look at all these guys. If they make adjustments, if what's said in the corner translates to them stepping up and making adjustments needed to turn up or get the victory.
Interesting. Now I don't think I've had any of you three, maybe B3 in one of his panels, but I don't think I have Oscar Body or B3's take on. I mean, if you guys still want to say something about Bozy or Pacheco, feel free. But I want to talk about Roach versus Beta, with you guys.
I just want to say this.
Yeah.
I don't think Pacheco want to fight Christian and Billy, right? I'm watching this Kellen. I'm rewatching this Kellen Lilisajo right now, and Kellen Lilisajo gave Pacheco all he could handle, and he even clipped him. So this is gonna be interesting. It's a Aleem, like I'm saying. I'm kind of disappointed if Aleem, if his conditioning or his training or something happened with his weight cut, because Pacheco, I'm gonna be honest with you, he looking beatable at the top level at 168.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. And the problem with Pacheco, before we get to Roach and Cepeda, My thing with Pacheco is every time I've seen you, you've had the reach advantage, the height advantage, and the youth advantage. Something wrong with that picture, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. But Roach versus Cepeda. Let me get B3, Oscar, and Body.
Man, that's gonna be a great fight stylistically. And
Do you see a stoppage?
no, I don't see no stoppage in that fight. I think it's gonna be like more so a even fight, but I think the money would be behind Zepeda because the elements would be more so, Zepeda versus Tank, Oscar versus Floyd type of thing, or Oscar versus Tank, whatever the case may be. Anytime you can get Oscar De La Hoya promoting an event, it just makes it a better event. Just to be real with you, because Oscar De La Hoya, he's an all time great, and he's still recognizable to the masses. But stylistically, I think it's a hell of a matchup. I mean, I feel like Lamont did very well against Pitbull Cruz. I think he should be able to box Zepeda. If he can. But see, the thing about Lamont is Lamont like to fight. So it's going to be similar to Shakur. Like these guys is not going to be able to just keep their distance and box Zepeda. They're gonna have to land some punches. They're gonna have to stick and move, but they also gonna have to let their hands go. So this is another close fight. That man, listen, shout out to boxing for getting it right because that's
Yeah.
definitely a good fight. I feel like I want to edge maybe I'm gonna edge Lamont. I feel like I've seen enough evidence where Zepeda is susceptible to boxes. Cerebral boxes. Like Tevin Farmer. We just got to see Lamont going back down to 135 now. And like they say, once you go up, you don't go down. So he's going to be going back to 135. So let's just see if he's okay with the weight, and if his conditioning is off, he's going to lose to Cepeda. This is a close fight.
Yeah, for sure. Oscar.
Well, I agree on some points, disagree on others, but hey, it's boxing. We disagree. I think did Lamont outbox Pitbull? Yes, 100%. Especially in the second half of the fight. Did Pitbull outfight Lamont though? And that's a yes, 100% in the first half of the fight. My thing with Lamont is that if he still believes that he did everything that he could to beat Pitbull, I 100% disagree. Pitbull from round 1 through 5, I didn't have Lamont winning a single round. Now Cepeda throws way more punches than Pitbull, and he's more in your face than Pitbull. And if he don't got, he's gonna have to fight some of these rounds. I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna have the output is gonna have to be clean because we've seen Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer outboxed Cepeda all day, but the output left something to be desired. And Tevin throws more than Lamont. That's my biggest worry with Lamont. It's not the fact that I don't think he can do it. I think he can do it. I think he can beat Cepeda all day. My thing is that does the output outmatch the work though? If you land 3 clean punches, does that outpunch 5 punches that landed? Maybe not cleanly, but they landed. I think it's gonna depend on the judges who they have that night. Honestly, to me, and if Lamont still thinks he did everything right, because he said it. I'm not making this up. He said it. He was like, I did everything right to beat him. If he truly believes that, I think Cepeda's gonna clean him out. I'll point him easily, just because we need to see adjustment for Lamont. I mean, like y'all said, the armadillo style. That's what we're talking about. Like, hey, bro, you gotta learn from this. You can't be saying, "Oh yeah, I did everything right." No, you can't. Clearly, you didn't. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Do you see a stoppage? And if is Camarón Cepeda still with Pandanajar, Oscar?
Do I see a stoppage? I could see a stoppage. I'm not gonna lie. More towards Cepeda than Lamont, but it's just Lamont right now has got a lot of questions on his game right now. After the Tank fight, he's got questions. And Pitbull's a pressure fighter, Cepeda's a pressure fighter. They're both pressure fighters, but they're
different
at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Pitbull he waits for the mistake. He wants you to throw before he can throw. Cepeda's right there in your face 24/7. Shakur had problems. He's a way better boxer than Lamont. Yeah. It's like where do you lean the scale? I got a lot of questions on this fight, but if I had to lean to somebody, I lean for Cepeda right now. From what I think.
Cepeda is the ultimate machine gunner, and he is with Pandanajar, isn't he? Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate that. Bodywork?
Man, for the everything but the prediction, it was almost like me and Oscar had a conversation, man, about this, because everything he said about Lamont was pinpoint accurate, bro. What Lamont has to understand is that he's not just against, you welcome, he's not just against William. It's just like he was not just against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He was not just against Tank. He was against both of them and the business of boxing. Right? Because I'm the biggest Tank fan out here. I came out and I said, man, he won. I said, we going by the rules and we gonna keep everything honest. And we're gonna go by the scorecards and how you score a fight. Tank wasn't in the right headspace, whatever it was, he won. I kind of seen the same thing, but the business of boxing was not gonna let him get that decision against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. His father was upset with him because his father was jumping up and down saying, man, what the are you doing, man? Get back to boxing. If you would just box him. Because when he sent him in that tailspin and his glove touched the canvas, he was fighting a fight that he shouldn't have fought. Now, he did make Pitbull Cruz do something that we never seen before. He made Pitbull Cruz get on the back foot. I'm like, look at this. Pitbull Cruz is on the back foot trying to box. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is with Cepeda is he don't got the power that Pitbull has, but he does go to the body. So I think if Lamont could channel a little bit of what Tevin Farmer, I know it's different because Tevin Farmer was southpaw or whatever, but if he can channel what the timing and get that right, he can catch Cepeda, because I think Cepeda is susceptible. But I think, like you said, Oscar, he cannot feel like I'm doing everything and just coast. It's like Lamont he has to know that, look, man, you gotta do more than just counter punch. Sometimes you got to be first, you know what I'm saying, but you got to be smart and box. So for me, I think that Lamont might be susceptible to being able to get hit to the body, but he has to be patient but opportunistic, like I said earlier. Whereas when he line him up, he got to put hot sauce and mustard on it. I see a couple knockdowns, but I don't see a stoppage. And I think if Lamont wants the bigger fights and he still wants to be in that conversation instead of living off this 15 minutes of fame for the Tank fight, he got to turn up and show that he really is one of them ones, because he got a lot of big fights ahead of him. But if he loses, he goes back to the back of the line. So I got Lamont edge. I got Lamont with, I see 2 knockdowns in this fight at least, but I see either a majority, I probably see a majority decision for Lamont. You know what I'm saying? If I had to say it, because Cepeda don't got no real power. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is going to be a curveball for both of them. See, Lamont is going up against a guy who he was going against guys with power. Like Cruz got power, right? He catch you and he got a hell of a chin. Tank got a hell of a chin and he got power. That's okay, William Zepeda ain't got that kind of power. So I think he's gonna be more reluctant to stand in there and he just can't get outworked like how Leon Paro did Subriel Matias. He didn't beat Subriel Matias up. He outworked him. You know what I'm saying? So I think if Lamar get complacent and he decides to be second, he's gonna lose based on volume alone. But if he turn up and sit down on his punches, he can knock him down and you know what I'm saying, and then outbox him and make Zepeda get desperate. And that's how I see that fight going.
Plus, you don't need a lot
Love
of
it.
power to drop Cepeda. Tevin Farmer proved that. You just gotta catch him.
Right.
And he's
Right, and I think I think Tevin Farmer won that first fight. I think he got pickpocketed on that first fight.
Me too, definitely. Didn't he drop him once or twice?
Yeah, he dropped. Yeah, twice. Mm-hmm.
I think we might have a fight of the year contender, and I love the fact that neither guy is coming off a win. You know, Cepeda's coming off of losing to Shakur, and Roach is coming off the 2 draws. So both guys leads me to believe that both guys are going to be hungry with a chip on their shoulder. You know, are going to go for it. With that being said, I think Roach needs to get Cepeda's respect early. He needs to hit him with something to make him think that I can't just go at this guy. I gotta be a little more methodical in my approach. Otherwise, Cepeda might just overwhelm him.
Can I say one last thing though?
Yeah.
Can I say one last thing? B3 brought up a great point too though. That going back down in weight, because Lamont was looking like he was really filling out. Like he was he looking brolic. He was looking kind of brolic. So cutting that down, if he got to cut any muscle, his conditioning might go. And with an output like Zepeda, you know what I'm saying, that could be a factor. We got to look at the weigh-in and look at how they look at the weigh-ins. You know what I'm saying? But like that was a good point. I meant to chime in. And the other point was when I said it was a change of a curveball for both of them. I spoke on how it was a curveball for Zepeda. I mean for Lamont Roach dealing with the power and the chin of Tank and Cruz, but also it's a change of pace for Zepeda because Lamont is not as elusive as Shakur, so it's not going to be as hard to hit him. So he'll probably find more success in being able to touch Lamont, but he's also going to have to worry about the little the power, the unestimated power that Lamont got, because Lamont got some power. Lamont can crank you. You know what I'm saying? If he catch you, you know what I'm saying. So that's all I wanted to add, but I think it's a great matchup. This is a great matchup, man. I don't know who's gonna win, like for sure. I'm just leaning towards Lamont, but like it's a lot of factors in this to where this could be the fight of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely the fight that I didn't know I needed. That's
exactly.
I didn't know I needed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the matchup is beautifully. The coming up is beautifully. They're both coming off a loss. They both got to prove a point. Lamont got to prove a point, especially. Cepeda got to, he got to prove a point because if not, he's washed. And he was just a hype job, especially because the hype that Shakur has right now, like, he only fights bumps and all this and that. But I think, but like Body said though, like I didn't know he said like it's almost like we talk to each other, you know what I mean? Except on the outcome, but it's almost like we talk to each other, and it's like if Lamont gets complacent and just chooses where to fight and where to throw punches, he is gonna lose the fight because he is going against the Body of business. Sadly, that's the true reality of the sport.
It's like when Virgil fought Boychuk.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw what I know what I saw. I saw Boychuk. You know what I'm saying? Boychuk should have got his hand raised with 2 drops, but the business of boxing was like
Exactly.
We just seen it with Rico and we seen it with Rico and Usyk. The business of boxing was like You got to know when you're going up against the business of boxing, doing just enough. And saying, I'll outboxing clearly and being confident. Because the business of boxing might say something else.
I ain't gonna do it.
Now, is this like this fight? I like to compare it to like Sergio Martinez and Paul Williams won. The reason being that it's different, right? Because Paul Williams is so tall and everything, but just on the style matchup, like is this gonna be like a volume puncher, and then the other guy, meaning Sergio and Roach, gotta do clean, effective punches to get the judges' attention to win? Or do you guys think that Roach could hang with him? Because Roach gets so easily, and all of you guys I think mentioned this, but Roach is one of those that don't have to, but gets easily drawn into the other guy's fight. I see that consistently. So if that happens, which, and I think it will happen, do you guys think that he can pull it off anyway? Is what I'm asking.
I'm gonna say like this: if Roach gets touched like Shakur got touched, he's gonna make it worse for himself. Simple, clean cut, simple. It's like if Roach gets touched like Shakur got touched, he's gonna try to get his get back, and that's not gonna work on his favor. He's gonna be looking for this perfect shot, and because we've seen it happen with Roach too, you know, at 130. It's not like we haven't, and it's like, and not just on the loss. I'm talking about the wins also. Like once he got touched, he went into the other guy's game and he tried to get his get back. And sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. And they cost him the fight, and it went. But it also won him the fight. And Zepeda don't like Buddy said, he don't got power. He don't got power like that to put you out. He got volume, he got pressure, but he don't got power. So it's a 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'll say. It's gonna come down to body work once again. Because if you look at that second fight with Tevin Farmer and William Zepeda, I don't know how Tevin Farmer survived that shit. I don't know how he survived because William Zepeda, that almost looked like when y'all remember when Harrioka started going to Gary Antoine's body, like he was sharking the body. Like I don't know how they survived that. I don't know if Lamont would be able to survive that. And maybe William Zepeda said, "Hey, look, that's my claim to fame. If I get back to the body," and I noticed that Lamont, he don't really go to the body as much as I want him to. But in boxing, I noticed that noticeable headshots, like when you could pop somebody's head back or make the sweat fly off of somebody, they treat that way more, or they score that way more than the body. Now, if you go to the body, you got to be effective enough to where you slow your guy down, and where like in the 7th, 8th, 9th, it's clearly like the output ain't there. Like how at the end of who was that recently? Shoo. The way that dude went to Shoo body, man, right at the end, like if he would have done that like in the 4th, 5th round, Shoo would have got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to the body work. If Zepeda starts sharking that body the way he did Tevin Farmer, Lamont, it might be over. He could do it. So body work will be a factor, man.
I love it.
I think that go both ways. I'm hoping that Lamont would dig to the body as well to try to slow Zepeda down a little bit.
Yeah. If he can hit him with a body shot early.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, it's not that he can or not. He has to. Yeah. Like we say, like the volume though, like the volume. I know it seems slight right now, but the volume, especially going against, Golden Boy, like you said, that Golden Boy made every promotion better. Yes, but it also goes towards his fighters. The volume is gonna have to be a big deal of it.
100%. I want to shift to Moses Tama and Phil Hergovich. Let me get B3, Body, and Oscar.
Hands go and more than likely stop Philip Hergovich, to be honest with you. I think the power is real from Atama. And, Philip Hergovich, he's a good heavyweight, but I don't believe he's the cream of the crop at the heavyweight division. I just feel like he's, he's good. This is going to be just another stepping stone.
It's good enough. It's good enough. Whereas he can, be a how do you say? I'm sorry to cut you off. Just real quick. It's good enough. Whereas we can say, okay, we know you're for real. Referring to Atama. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just the way how he does it. You know how he goes about his work, and plus, Philip Hergovich being a 6'5" heavyweight. This is just another step for Atama. Um, so yeah, and when this fight is in August, right?
It is August 29th. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this may be his coming out party. Um, I think it should be. I think this should be the next step before he, gets like a Dane Dubois or Fabio Wardley.
Do you like the fight?
Or I mean, I just want Tama to get, more exposure and just to stay active, being a young fighter in
Yeah.
the game. So from that standpoint, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I want to see him versus Dubois and Caballero, and those guys and Wardley. I want to see him against those three. But this is a good fight. I mean, Philip Hergovich can box for sure. It's just I think he's gonna be successful. I think that southpaw stance and Atama has really fast hands. He knows how he can close the distance very well. So I feel like he's gonna eventually catch Philip Hergovich. I think it'll probably go about five or six rounds.
I love it. Body?
I like the fight for the development and the proving grounds for Itama. Hergovich don't got the footwork for Itama, and Itama, as much as people like applaud the power, I think it's more like his speed, timing, and accuracy is just like one of my favorite guys. People say, "Oh man, he just power is power." It's not power. It's the accuracy and the timing and the speed at which that shit come in. Because when you don't expect it, and the precision in which he delivered that shit, you can't handle like what he did to Jermaine. What was that?
Jermaine Franklin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and the guy before, I think it was the guy before Jermaine Franklin too.
Dillian White?
It's like, was it Dillian?
Yeah.
But no, I think it was. I think who was that? He might have been him. Yeah. Like he got speed, timing, and accuracy, and I think Hergovich got heavy hands now. Like if he dealing with somebody that's gonna be right there in front of him, Dubois just got heavier hands. You know what I'm saying? So that was a war until Dubois broke out. So my breakout fight, like I think that he's gonna pass this test with flying colors because Hergovich ain't got the footwork to be able to get out of the way of that and plan for the punches that's coming. My ideal fight would either be Adric Caballero or like the perfect litmus test for him would be Michael Hunter. But I don't know where Michael Hunter been. I think that would be a barn burner. But I don't know what's been going on with Michael Hunter. So I'm waiting for him and Caballero for real, for real. That's the fight I really want to see because Caballero, you talking about body work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Like what he did with Big Bang and how he goes to that body, man. He's gonna go to your body. That's his claim to fame. So I think Otama gonna step on this guy. It might make it halfway through, because he gotta respect Hergovich. Hergovich got heavy hands, but I think he's gonna make work of him,
Okay. So both of you got like middle of the fight stoppage. I love it.
Or sooner.
Okay. Awesome. Oscar?
I think it's finally a step up that we deserve, the people. Like going back to the statement I made earlier, you need a whole rank. This man has been ranked number 1, fighting nobodies, and I mean no disrespect. Frank is a great win and all this and that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like he's held number 1 position for a year and a half, yet he still hasn't fought anybody inside the top 10. It's fun. The step up we deserve, the step up he needs to see where he's at. I have not seen this man outside of 1 round in like the last 4 fights that I've been watching him. And it's like, it gets obnoxious because everybody said like, oh yeah, he's so great, he's all this and he's all that. Yes, but he hasn't proved it against nobody. Against nobody. So
Yeah.
Phil Hergovich is a nice step up. Yes, I think Itama's gonna win. Sadly, not sadly because he is good or he's bad, but sadly because that's not where he needs to be at. He needs to be at the Dubois. He needs to be at Caballero. He needs to be at the Frank Sanchez. He needs to be at all them guys. Hergovich. Hergovich is a contender caliber fighter.
Yeah.
Same as saying, that your time has passed. You had your time to fight them guys. Now you rank number one. You need to fight the champion or for a belt, whether it be interim, silver, gold, whatever. He needs to fight for a belt.
Sanchez would be a good look for him.
Yeah.
Sanchez would be.
Yeah.
Sanchez is secretly one of my guys. He had that knee issue when he went in there with Caballero. That's what shocked me. I didn't know he was gonna get in there with a knee brace, but I didn't see that coming with Caballero. But Sanchez is back. But the question with the time is, do he got a chance? We don't ever know what these bosses are because a lot of these guys they could deliver it, but they can't take it. We don't know if he can. Do y'all think he got a chance? Have y'all seen him get cracked yet?
Not really. Not me, at least.
That's the question. You know what I'm saying? If he get cracked, how he gonna respond?
I do think that Philip Hergovich has. I'm sorry, Oscar. Were you finished?
My bad, Oscar.
Yeah, I was a.
No, it's okay. Okay. I think that Philip Hergovich definitely does have a right hand. We saw it against Daniel Dubois. I think he can make things interesting because Itama is a southpaw, right? Um, so it's going to be interesting to see Itama deal with a serious right hand because I don't think he has had to, right? Like Dillian White was coming off of that dreadful performance against Tete, I believe was his name. We all knew he wasn't the same, far from it. And Jermaine Franklin, more. I mean, he's never been stopped, this and that, but not posing real threats. This guy poses a real threat, in my opinion. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially early in the fight, how he deals because Hergovich was doing, like Bodywork said, he was doing very well against Daniel Dubois. It's just that Daniel ate them all up, and came back and finished them. So how is Moses going to deal with that, especially if he gets hit? Now, with all that being said, I agree with you guys. This fight ain't going past the 6th round, in my opinion, because Moses got super quick hands. It's ridiculous how quick his hands is. Yeah, I don't see much of a challenge. But again, like if Hergovich can come early and crack him with something, we'll see, man. Like Hergovich, yeah, he's not A minus or A plus, but he's dangerous enough. And I don't think it's too big of a leap from Jermaine Franklin to Hergovich. I don't think it's too big. Too big would have been, from Jermaine Franklin to Caballero, for example. That would have been too big. So yeah. So the question that I would ask you guys, and you guys kind of alluded to, but I want like top 3. He gets, let's say that what you guys said happens, right? I don't know if Oscar agrees. I don't think I heard a prediction from Oscar, but let's say that what you guys said happened. Stoppage. 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. Who should he fight next? Because in my opinion, it should be either Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, or Jit Caballero. Maybe Frank Sanchez. I'll give you that one as well.
You saying if Atama wins?
Yeah.
He needs to fight for the belt. It's the same pressure Canelo had because the guy was ranked number 1. He needs to fight either for an interim belt or he needs to fight for the full belt. Regardless, this guy, he hasn't fought the opposite. He hasn't fought all this. He hasn't fought all that. I agree with that. And 100% I agree with it. But my thing, he holds rank. He's ranked number 1 with no opposition on his resume. How do you justify it? Either fight for a belt or move him down the line. Move him to top 10, top 5, whatever you want to put him at. But don't put him on me.
Body?
I would say 1A and 1B, or 1B and 1A would be Frank Sanchez, Ajak Cabriel, and then a Daniel Dubois, because I think him and Fabio Ward are in the same camp, so I don't think we'll ever see that. I mean, unless they like, man, it's for a bag. I don't think we'll ever see that. Um, I mean, unless it's down the road or some Creed 3, Creed 4 type stuff start happening. I don't know, but I would love to see him against Frank Sanchez or Ajay Caballero. That'll really be the next one if he get past this guy.
Interesting. I think B3 dropped off. Let me ask you guys.
Okay,
do
fellas,
you like?
I gotta go, but thank you for
Appreciate you, bro.
God
bless, bro.
Body, thank you for being on.
Salute, Oscar, man.
Have a good one.
Appreciate
Great
you,
boxing mind, man. Great boxing mind, man.
For sure, that's my homie right there. Do you like what you're seeing about Teremoana, bro?
It comes across as gimmicky, but he's definitely athletic. He's definitely an entertainer. Some of it's like gimmicky because I want to see him against. I really want to see him against somebody. Like I want to see him. I want to see him step up some more. But I like him. It's nothing not to like about him. He's an entertaining guy, good energy, athletic, entertaining style. There's nothing not to like about the guy so far. I just want to see him step up.
Definitely. He ain't got that many fights, but yeah, I'm with you. He's fighting some guy named Savage on. I just saw it right here. Okay, August 12th over in Australia. Okay. What you think about Rolly and Tio, man?
Man, Tio used to be one of my guys, man. I was disappointed in him because I felt like either A, he made a business decision, B, it was almost like the Caleb Plant versus Canelo thing. That was like one of the most flukiest things I've ever seen. Like the way Caleb Plant got hit and then he fell down and he got up and he was. I'm like, man, that was just. It didn't look right to me. And I think the Mafia told him like, yeah, you can win this fight, but you better not win this fight. And we've seen T.O. sell out. We know T.O.'s athletic. You can't tell me that front foot placement and the jab will keep him at bay. The only thing is, I was never really high on Rolly, but Rolly has matured. He's with Silas. He's in the gym with Joseph Brown, the young Joseph Brown, one of the best kept secrets at 154. They both got a like a martial arts background. So he's gelling with him and David Morrell, even though we've seen what happened with David Morrell, but just the fact that he's sparring with them guys and learning with those guys, and he got Silas that can, show him how to be patient, like the way he was with Ryan. I kind of think T.O. is he's at a crossroads. Now he told us this before. He's like, if I lose, then blah blah blah. And then he went out there. He just did not sell out. He didn't go out on the shield. A jab kept him at bay. We know that Shakur ain't cracking like that. So I don't know. Like I'm kind of thinking Rolly got it because I think Rolly is mature. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll bet on this fight because I just don't know. T.O. is a roller coaster. We've been knowing that, he's an up and down fighter. But the one stat that jumps out is when he's moving up or when he's challenging a champion for his title, he turns up. He really performs when he's doing that. So, his father kind of took some blame and saying it was my fault. But I was like, at some point, when he said you're gonna hate yourself in the morning, I thought that was right as rain. It's like you're gonna hate yourself being in there with your core with all the spotlight on and you don't let your hands go. Sell out. What's the worst thing you do? Drop you? You're not Padley, who was coming off a short notice, so it's like you didn't sell out. So I think Rolly got more than enough power to crack him, and this is gonna look like This gonna look like him and Steve Claggett, or maybe worse, if T.O., if T.O. don't turn up on this man.
You don't see T.O. Taylor playing out?
No, I think Broly hit harder than
Oh
Taylor at
yeah,
that point. You know what I'm saying? Broly will rough you up. Like Broly is a tough customer. He'll forearm you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get ugly in there.
true, true. Last one would be Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben, bro.
Ryan gonna stop Conor Ben. He
Absolutely.
gonna stop him, man. Conor Ben ain't been. I used to be high on Conor Ben. Then the egg situation happened, just like Alicia. Her situation, and I wasn't high on them. And Conor Ben has not looked the same since. Like that guy that fought Chris Algieri, and all those fights before Chris Algieri, that guy has not shown up since. I think he's what B3 spoke of earlier. He's coming back down in weight. I think he's gonna be hurting bad for having to cut that weight. And I think Ryan's finally he matured in a sense. He's matured in a sense, in a boxing sense anyway. We always know he does what he do outside the ring, but like he has a real amateur pedigree. He's not just living off the name of his father. He got a real set of skills like that you got to deal with. You got to deal with not just the left hook, but you got to deal with that right hand too. That shit is just as dangerous. So I don't think, and then we seen glimpses of him struggling a little bit with Regis. Regis had his moments, and we know Regis. He ain't the Regis. He ain't prime Regis.
Yeah,
So
he ain't the Regis of Josh Taylor and none of that. No.
yeah, yeah. So I got Ryan stopping Conor Ben.
I got it the same. The only thing, because Ryan does get hit, right? He got hit by Luke Campbell, he got hit by Tank, so on and Rowley, and so on and so forth. So if Conor Ben can crack him early, that's my only concern, because Ryan ain't the most consistent dude anyway. These guys are almost they're almost mirror images of each other, but Ryan's been in there with way better opposition than Conor Ben has. Ryan knows what it's like to be in there with a top level fighter, aka Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Rolly Romero. If you want to put Barrios in there and so on, Conor Ben doesn't really have that. His best win is a weight drain 30-some-year-old Eubank Jr. that wasn't even that good anyway, and he's 1-on-1 against him. So, yeah, definitely Ryan, but if Conor Ben can crack him, we might see a replay of the Rolly fight. I wouldn't be shocked if that happens. I would be pissed, but not shocked. But yeah, it's Ryan by stoppage. Do you think? I would be surprised if it makes it the 12 rounds, though. I don't think this fight's gonna make it 12.
No, I don't think. I don't think it's going a distance. Only thing I can say with this might look a little bit like how him and Duarte looked a little bit, what I'm saying, in the beginning, until Ryan be like, all right, man, fuck this, man. I'm gonna stop playing with this dude. But I don't think Conor Ben is that technically sound, man. And I think it was a travesty how I don't even see why Eubanks did that, man. That's his only claim to fame. It's like you had to drain that man. That man could have got really hurt. He could have got hurt bad, man, with him that weight cut like that. He had no business taking that. So I think he's living off that hype. But again, we haven't seen Conor Ben in that form that he was when he was a killer. Like back when I thought he really might have had a shot with Boots or some of these other guys, like when they all was calling out Sean Porter. Like I haven't seen that Conor Ben since the egg situation.
Yeah, me neither. Far from it, actually. And you made a great point with the weight also. I think it's going to be super entertaining, though. I don't think there's a chance that we're going to get a boring fight or anything like that. I think we're probably not going to get a super technical fight or anything like that, but I think it's going to be super entertaining, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they exchange knockdowns, actually. Man, looks good, man. How about to wrap it up, bro? You want to do any closing statements?
No, I just yeah, man, great show, man. You reminded me earlier, man. It's a breath of fresh air when you talk to somebody, and regardless of the politics, regardless of the affiliation, I know you rep for your Puerto Ricans, but what I've seen and what I recall, even when you came over there on my channel, man, you keep it 100, and that's rare. You know what I'm saying? That's rare where you just say, like, even the way Oscar and B3 was talking earlier, like it's rare to where it ain't no politics involved. It ain't because you like your guys, you like who you like, but you still gonna say what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that, man. Don't change on that. But my closing thing to you is, man, just give me your thoughts on two fights. Two fights. Shock versus Navarrete, if that happens, and Dalton Smith versus Alberto Puello, because that got rescheduled for October, and 140 is my division, so big implications for that. I'm really high on Puello, and I'm not. I like Dalton Smith and what he bring. He definitely got cojones, but I don't. When you deal with a skilled boxer like that, I don't know. But I just get your thoughts on that, man, and we can close it out.
Great questions. Yeah, this is definitely not Subriel Matias. This is a very tricky fighter. Um, okay, let me do Shock Navarrete first. I love that fight. I'm a Shock guy. Always been an Oshaki Foster guy. I love the man. I think here's the thing. Navarrete really impressed me in that Sugar Nunez fight because I had all sorts of doubts about him because of the Liam Wilson fight and Seisao and even to a degree Valdez, right? But on that Sugar Nunez fight, he really showed me something. So I got Oshaki just because I believe Navarrete has way too many holes in his game that Oshaki will be able to exploit, and Oshaki is the better boxer. But Oshaki does get into a firefight here and there. Navarrete is awkward, but there's a method to his madness. So he does overreach. He does make a lot of mistakes, but he kind of knows what he's doing too. So I'm beginning to like taking a liking to Vaquero Navarrete. This is basically for all the marbles. I know Anthony Cacace got a belt, but these are the two top fighters in the division. I don't think there's any argument on that whatsoever. Damn. Because it sucks because I can see a way for both guys winning. I just think that Oshaki's got a deeper toolbox. Navarrete is gonna go for it. He's gonna be balls to the fire. Navarrete is all gas, no brakes. But I think Oshaki's gonna figure it out. Oshaki's been in there with some people, and yeah, people look at his 3 losses and whatever, bro. I don't put that much into it anyway. So I got Oshaki, definitely. But I see that as a 55-45. You know what? That's a 50-50 fight. Let me just call it what it is. To me, that's a 50-50. I think Navarrete deserves that much. But I just feel like Oshaki has more capabilities. I don't see a stoppage though. I see Oshaki by majority, maybe unanimous. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Dalton Smith versus Alberto Puello. Now, this is getting postponed and everything. I get it. Dalton Smith can crack. I don't think Dalton Smith is ready for Alberto Puello. I think Alberto Puello is going to, because Puello has been in there with Gary Antoine Russell, he's been in there with Sandor Martin, and he's been in there with Subriel Matias. So he's been in there with, in my opinion, with much a better opposition. They both fought Subriel, I get that, but that's not really because, I mean, Puello is a southpaw. He's very different than Subriel. He's not going to be right there to be hit. He does level changes all the time, angles. He may not have the power to keep Dalton Smith honest, but he does have a craftiness, my Dominican brother. So I got Puello by unanimous decision. I can see Dalton Smith catching him here and there, maybe wobbling him and whatever, but I just feel like Puello Puello is like one of those dark horses, man. I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. You know, he's a very tough guy to approach in a fight. You know, uh, I got Puello by unanimous decision. Yeah, unanimous decision. Um, yeah, I feel pretty confident. I feel more confident in the Puello than I do on the Oshaki, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with the Puello. I agree with that. Going overseas, Puello and Sandor Martin, they both got an argument where they both could be undefeated. Like in my opinion, like if you really look at it, because in a way, I kind of had Sandor Martin beating him, but I also had him beating Subriel. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think maybe that was business of boxing, and they already knew Dalton Smith would be lined up. They had Eddie had Dalton Smith lined up for Super Out, and they already knew that was going to be a tricky. You got to be living. Look, he edged out Gary Antoine. So
yeah,
Puello is a tough customer. He's long. He's rangy. He got some of the best pivot game and footwork in the game. So I got Puello in that, but I don't know if it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be just a almost like a master class. I think it's gonna be a you reach I teach type moment. He gonna make him whiff and stuff like that, and catch him and be out of the way and be gone. He gonna be chasing ghosts like I thought Xander was gonna do. Like he said he was gonna have Boots chasing ghosts, but that was a lie. With Oshaki and Navarrete, I kind of think Navarrete got exposed a couple times. I think he got exposed because when he went to 35, we already know it's different for him at 35 than it is at 30. I think he kind of been like borderline weight bullying a little bit down there. And when it comes down to technical fighters, I think they give him problems because that guy Charlie Suarez really won that fight. I mean,
yeah,
you know, you know, he really won in my opinion. I think this is Shock's moment. The run that he's on, at least I'm pulling for him. But like to your point, Navarrete was in his best shape. I've never seen it. He normally got the muffin top and all that. I've never seen his body look like that. You know what I'm saying? For even that was like a shape for Navarrete the way he normally looked. So he come in shape and he's up for it. He knows big implications for that. I'm just pulling for Oshaki because I like the way he's moving, man. I want to see him go on and trailblaze the path for these other guys to look at, not pick and choose or go on his run, call out the smoke, and do what we need to push the sport forward. So I'm pulling for Oshak. I think he's more technically sound. I do know that Oshaki can be a cardiac kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like my Philadelphia Eagles. Sometimes we got to get our back pushed up against the wall before we come out swinging as hard as we really could. I think Oshaki need to come out, get his respect early, and then he can box his way to victory. You know what I'm saying? And make Navarrete get even more desperate. So I got Oshaki and I got Puello. But good show, bro. Good show.
appreciate
I'm
you.
gonna come by more often, man. I'm gonna get away from some of the places and things I was doing. I'm gonna come over here. If I'm not live, I'll probably come over here. I like the atmosphere, man. Just like talking to you and Cass earlier. I like that environment where y'all just realists, y'all straight shooters. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, oh, I can't say this because I'm gonna offend this people. It's like, no, it is what it is. So I appreciate
Exactly.
that, man.
Yeah, man. Like you gotta. I've been in panels, bro, where it's so toxic that I'm like, nah, bro, this is not what this is. You know, like uh, if you can't handle somebody saying something you don't like, this is not for you, bro. This is not for
Hmm.
you. You know. Um, and thank you for saying that about keeping it 100 because that's so important. You know, like we're talking about boxing. We're not fighting on a war here. We're not going nah,
Hmm.
bro. You know, so I appreciate you, bro, and keep building and put your link up in the chat, bro, so people can know about you and follow you. Let me go ahead and mod you up as well if I haven't already. Um, and needless to say, bro, you're welcome in here anytime. Okay.
All right, brother, man. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the fights, man. We'll link up later.
You too, bro. God bless.
All right, man. Likewise. Peace.
That's my brother Bodywork Boxing, my brother Oscar Perez, and my brother B3 Picks TV. Um, Gracing me with their presence in the panel. I was so blessed today. Knowledgeable people, high level boxing talk, just the way we do it here in Irony Boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up right now. Let me pause this and I will end it, excuse me, with the Lord's Prayer as always. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for everything. God bless every single one of you that joined me in the chat and in the panel. Here's my brother's link right there. Make sure you give him a follow, the notification, the like, and the comment. Okay, trust me, this guy knows boxing. Okay, he goes live in the evenings as well, weekdays. And I definitely appreciate his presence on the panel. His name is Bodywork Boxing, and the same for B3 Picks TV. He goes live, I believe, from 1 to 3 Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tomorrow, I don't believe I'm gonna go live. I'd probably be on somebody else's panel or something, or maybe I gotta work. I don't know. I'll check my phone for that. But on Sunday, I'll probably go live again. So until then, this was your boy Irony Boxing. We did a tribute to Marcos and Chino Maidana. We talked about everything boxing, and we shall see you soon. Peace out, fellas. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend.